Okay, well, I'm here today because a friend of mine asked me to introduce myself. I'm a retired teacher from British Columbia, and we were talking about things about what's important in education and how things have changed. So for the last 35 years, there's been lots of changes in education. There's more emphasis now on computers and sort of less emphasis on human relationships and things like that. So, I would say in the past it was very dictative and, so it was very much prescribed and people had to follow a certain way of doing things. And I would say in the future now we have the future now. So the future of education now is that the curriculum has changed recently, and students will be assessed differently. They will have more input into their letter grade or their mark or their performance. It's called standards-based grading. So they have more ownership of their own mark or their own performance, and so that's been a big change. And other things that have changed, I would say, is that the curriculum is going away from things like so much writing, English, math, because so many things can be taught online, and so many things can be acquired by individuals just by using the internet and figuring out if they want to learn something, they can actually teach themselves. So there's quite a bit of movement in education away from traditional education to now more freedom to learn whatever you want to learn. So I'm not sure about the future of education. It could be that schools may not be necessary. Parents and families and government might decide to reorganize and reshape schooling into a completely different format. We know that in BC, lots of families are homeschooling now, and the current crisis with COVID-19 was a real test to see how people would manage in terms of their education. So some families did a lot of supporting their children online with a lot of lessons that teachers were producing. And then in some districts, we went from online back to in-person to support the children of the essential workers that need a lot of support. So there's been a lot of changes in education, and I would say that the future, the future looks bright. It's just going to be very different from anything that I think anybody's ever really seen before. And I think there'll be more emphasis on parents and families organizing what they want their children to learn. There probably won't be a very standard curriculum. It'll be very multied and varied. So it'll be interesting to see how the post-secondary institutions cope with that, and what will be the standards for entry into post-secondary, i.e. university and colleges and things like that. So I was just going to add to the story that I feel very fortunate to have been a public school educator for over 35 years. It was a very, very big learning experience. And I've seen 3 big generations of changes go through the public education system. And I just wanted to thank all those people that helped me along the way. Lots of administrators and teachers, colleagues, our association, and things like that. It was very, very helpful in terms of supporting students and families, in the future and in the past.
Hi, it's Carla Qualtrough, Canada's Minister of Sport and People with Disabilities. I support wholeheartedly BabuKishan's Spotlight, multiculturalism, storytelling profile, and you should too.
As if you're watching BabuKishan Spotlight, keep it locked, #1.
Hi, my name is Amrik Singh Mattu, also known to my friends and family as Steve Mattu. I'm a lawyer, and I have a law firm, name of A.S. Mattu and Associates. My education took place in England along with my brothers and sisters. As with all parents, my parents sought to live their dreams through us and gave us the opportunity to become educated. In my case, all of our family members, all of my brothers and sisters have done very well. I attended the University of Leicester in United Kingdom and obtained my law degree there in 1981. Shortly thereafter, my family had already immigrated to Canada, and I was to follow, came to Canada. Having graduated university in the UK, I came over to Canada to join the rest of my family. Many challenges were to lay ahead in terms of, as now with many professionals who are qualified abroad, I came here with a law degree, and some barriers are placed in our way, challenges that we have to overcome in order to be accepted, have our qualification recognized. Even though the qualification was from the United Kingdom, I had to eventually decide to move to Alberta and do my articling in Alberta in order to qualify. We ended up in Alberta in 1986. I got hired by a lawyer in a place called Whitecourt, Alberta, 100 miles northwest of Edmonton. On occasion, life takes us to places we never thought we would end up. That was quite an adventure for my wife and I to be living in a small community in northern Alberta of about 8,000 people. Having married my wife Rita, who's from Kamloops, in 1984, we found ourselves in Whitecourt, Alberta, and we were fortunate enough to have 2 children in Whitecourt. So that's their claim to fame, that they were born in small town Whitecourt, Alberta in 1992. We were able to return to British Columbia, and I took up a job with the BC government in the labour relations field, and it was again another change for us, a challenge. We had to move from province to province. At that time I was required to sit examinations to move from province to province, which is no longer required now, but was a requirement.
Desi Dosa Madras is a family-operated South Indian restaurant located on Scott Road in the Kennedy Heights Shopping Plaza, just off Nordell. We specialize in dosa, biryani, thali, and many, many more dishes. Everything is made in-house from scratch. We use authentic equipment and staff to bring you the best dosa experience in the Lower Mainland. We do on-site catering for birthday parties, weddings, from real authentic Hyderabadi dum biryani to live dosa and vada cooked in your backyard or venue. Please call to book your next live dosa catering.
They say you do what you have to do to succeed, and when we moved back here, I did that short stint in government and then was given an opportunity to get back into private practice. I will always remember and give credit to CGM lawyers, Deepak Choda and Rudy Gellert, who gave me the opportunity to get back into private practice. Spent 7 years with them before I decided to open my own office, AS Mattu and Associates, originally in Pyle Business Center and now in our new office here in York Center. It is easy to imagine that anything that we achieve in life is achieved only by us and our family, but of course we must always pay respect and homage to our parents who underwent the sacrifices to make all of the things possible that we're able to do. Myself, both of my parents have now passed away, Udham Singh Mattu and Preetam Kaur Mattu of village Pandori Khas in Jalandhar. Very, very proud of them. Will always remember them. My office has a picture of the 2 of them. We're dedicated to their memory because they made all things possible for us to happen. And even though they had humble beginnings within one generation, I think they achieved quite a lot. Going forward, now my oldest son has completed his law degree and will hopefully be joining me in the practice. Very proud to call myself a lawyer. It's a very honorable profession. We have a professional code of conduct that we all have to abide by, and it's a solemn promise that we make. Lawyers exchange solemn promises between one another every day. We see it every day in our conveyancing real estate practice. I think it's, as I say, an honorable profession, one that many more of our young people can aspire to. We are specializing in real estate every day. We are dealing in hundreds of thousands, literally millions of dollars. But it's a wonderful feeling that you can come in every morning. You're going to have a different challenge. Something is going to, something about a file that will challenge you. I love to interact with our community, have people coming in. They can ask me questions. The people that know me will call me, come in, consult with me. I like to keep myself open communication. I'm one of the lawyers that you can actually phone and you will get through to me. You won't just be forced to speak to a staff member all the time. So that's the relationship I like to create with my clients. And going forward, I would be nothing without my staff. I have to give them great credit. My staff is everything to me. They do a lot of hard work, and without them, I would be nothing. I don't kid myself that any of this is possible without my staff. And of course, my wife Rita also works in the office and is a great source of strength and support for me. So it takes a team. It takes a team to make a successful law practice. And I believe we have a wonderful team here at A.S. Mattu & Associates. We try to serve everybody to the best of our abilities. We hate to use the excuse that we are busy. We are sometimes busy, but we still try to put you number one, put the customer as number one, the client as number one, and hope to continue to do that for many years.
Hello everyone, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਸਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਢਾਲੀਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਓਨਰ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 35 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਐਬਸਫੋਰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਹੋਵੇ। ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੌਲੀ ਇੱਕ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਐਸਟੈਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ, ਮਿਸਟਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਦੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਦੇ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੋਰ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਵੀ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਖਾਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੂਰਾ ਆਪਦਾ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਤੇ ਬਿਰਿਆਨੀ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਸਭ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਚਾਈਨੀਜ਼ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਭ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਖਾਣੇ ਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਕੇਟਰਿੰਗ ਵੀ, ਲਾਈਵ ਕੇਟਰਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਾਡਾ ਮੇਨ ਫੋਕਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਔਨ ਫੂਡ, ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਐਂਡ ਕਿਚਨ ਹਾਈਜੀਨ, safe handling on food. Also big focus and our kitchen staff. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ 25 ਸਾਲ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਵਾਲਾ ਸ਼ੈਫ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਟਾਫ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਪਦੇ ਖਾਣਾ ਤਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਸੈਟੀਸਫਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਖਾਣਾ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਣਾ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਆ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਰਿਵਿਊ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਸਟਮਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਆ।
Hi, my name is Ankush Poprai, and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. The name of my business is NAV Pathway Immigration. Both of my parents came to Canada in the early 90s, and I saw my parents work hard and make a platform for themselves. As new immigrants, it was really hard for my parents. They worked hard and they made a life for themselves here, and that's what inspired me to open my own business. I have two brothers, and as my parents opened their own business, we were all invested in it, as we would always go there with them after school on the weekends, and my parents would work so hard 7 days a week, and we saw that in them, and that's what helped us become the people we are today. I went to North Delta Secondary High School, and I grew up in North Delta my entire life. During high school, I was trying to find myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life, but I knew one thing. I knew that I always wanted to help people. And as I was in high school, I saw more immigrants coming in. And throughout the years, I saw many immigrants coming in. And when I was in university, which I attended at Kwantlen Polytechnic University, where I obtained my general studies degree, I was still very confused on what to do afterwards. I was thinking of becoming a lawyer, but then I didn't know if that's what I really wanted in life. After my education was completed at Kwantlen, I then went on to do my immigration program, and I really enjoyed it. I met amazing people, and till this day that are my friends, and we all completed the program together. And even afterwards, I was thinking, how do I pursue this business? How do I do everything? But everything fell into place. I had great family support. My family stuck behind me the whole time. And I then worked super hard and opened my own business. Opening a business is not that easy. But if you have people that support you and are always behind you, it becomes easier. It took some time. I wanted to find the perfect place, somewhere I feel that would make my clients feel welcomed. And I knew that I had to take that risk. Like my motto that I have on my cup that says, no risk, no magic. So whenever clients come in and they are not sure about if they should go ahead, and I always tell them, if you don't take no risk, there's no magic. If my parents never took that risk, coming here to Canada, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't have met the amazing people that I have in my life. And after some time, it did take some time, and I took a risk, opened my office here, and that's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I met amazing people, amazing clients, and I'm able to make a change in people's lives, and that's what keeps me going, makes me feel happy when I wake up in the morning, coming into the office, knowing that I will meet someone and I'll be able to change their life into better. As a Canadian, my goal is to help everyone. If you're Canadian, if you're new to Canada, no matter where you're from in the world, I would love to help you. Because I know that coming to Canada is not an easy process. And if you come here, you're going to be welcomed, and there's no judgments, and you'll feel very welcomed here. Before I got into immigration, even though I had the education, I had to still teach myself and make sure that I'm giving the right advice to my clients. If I don't know what immigration is about and what each program is about, then how can I help my clients? So I made sure that I understand every category so that when anyone comes in that needs any help, I'm able to help them. At NAV Pathway Immigration, we offer all types of immigration services. Some of the services we offer is student visas, student permit extensions, work permit extensions, visitor visas, super visas, and family class sponsorships, and all other immigration needs. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us and we can help you. Also here at NAV Pathway Immigration, we don't charge for consultations. If you have any questions, that could be in person. If you send us a direct message on Instagram or even email us, we get back to you. And we also do phone call appointments at no charge. I got a lot of questions about the lottery system, and it is taking a lot of time, and a lot of kids here that pay their taxes have put their parents in the lottery system and are still waiting. And it was announced that, immigration, because of COVID-19, there's a lot of backlogs, and we are hoping that everything's going to get processed faster. And I hope it does get processed faster because, people are waiting for their parents to be here. And, it's been really hard even after COVID-19. So I really hope that the kids here can be reunited with their parents soon. And a lot of people ask me, where did the name NAV, Pathway Immigration, come from? So NAV is my father. And he was an amazing person. He would help everyone, and he would never say that he's helping anyone. And we found out after he passed away 2 years ago that how many people he's actually helped, and how, he was an amazing person. And I knew that if I opened a business under his name, it would only inspire me to work harder and help others. My dad was selfless and he helped everyone, and he never gave us the wrong advice. He was always there for me and my brothers and my mom. And if he never came to this country, I wouldn't be here, and I feel so proud to be his daughter. And because of him, I'm here today. Not only do people recognize me for my own business, but they recognize me for my parents' business. And after 18 years, their business is still running, and it just feels amazing even till this day when people come up to me and tell me how amazing my father was. My vision for NAV Pathway Immigration is not only to be in Canada, but to be global. We are currently working on opening offices in Pakistan, India, and Nepal, and hopefully other countries in the future. During the beginning of September, there were some announcements made. One of the announcements was that there's going to be no medical exams required, and also that applications are going to go paperless starting towards the end of September, which includes spousal sponsorships, PNP express entry, and other immigration applications. As a visitor coming to Canada, they spend a lot of money coming here. Even for Super Visa, they pay a lot for insurance. However, if they get sick or if they're not well and they go to the doctor or hospital, it does cost them a lot of money. And I hope that the government can see that, since they're coming here, they're spending a lot of money. If anything happens, they should be covered. And I really do hope that changes in the future. Coming to Canada can be very hard, and it does take a toll on your mental health. And I can relate with that. Even though I was born and raised here, I'm a Canadian, I've struggled with mental health myself. I've been through depression, and there were days where I just didn't want to get out of bed. But what helped me was strong people in my life. My family helped me, my friends helped me, and when I knew that I wanted to make a change, it came from myself. It's not easy, it takes time. But once you know you want to make a change in your life, everything then happens effortlessly. It is very important to have strong, positive people in your life. And after I knew that I wanted to make a change, and also yourself, you have to just be strong yourself as well. And I got up one day and I knew that I had to make a change. I got into, and again, it takes baby steps. I got into meditation, got into reading, and day by day I was getting better. And I helped myself, and that's also what led me to open my business. And if I didn't have strong people in my life, if I wasn't strong myself, I wouldn't be here today.
If you are from the Tri-Cities and are looking for the next best unique food, look no further than Desi Dosa Madras in Henderson Place Mall, Coquitlam. Headquartered in the heart of Scott Road, we have branched out and opened a second dosa stall in Coquitlam. We are unique as we make our dosa batter from scratch, using authentic stone grinders and natural ingredients such as lentils and rice flour that result in a gluten-free mixture that tastes like none other. Our skilled chefs are hand-picked from the best hotels and restaurants in the industry to provide our customers with a culinary experience like none other. We also have a mouth-watering variety of curries and appetizer dishes that are absolutely amazing. Desi Dosa Madras restaurant is one of the few dosa places that offers in-house catering, meaning we can come to your party and cook fresh live dosa for your guests, as well as provide a buffet service. Find us on our delivery partners, including Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Skip the Dishes. We are on the second floor of the Henderson Place Mall food court. We look forward to serving you.
Hi, my name is Parminder Singh Somal, and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I'm a member of CICC. I help people to come to Canada. We help in immigration services. Like everybody comes to Canada with a lot of aspirations and dreams. I also came to Canada in 2007 with a lot of aspirations and dreams in my mind. During that time, when I started my career, I started in Bell Mobility. I worked there for 5 years. There I made a lot of friends, and I get to know about Canada. What is Canada? What kind of fields are there? And since I have a background of insurance industry and call center industry, so I was always looking for a perfect line for me. And then after spending a lot of years in Canada, I realized that immigration would be the best line for me because I have a passion to talk to people, to help people. So then I started my immigration services after completing my diploma in 2019. From background, I did my engineering in electronics and communication engineering from India. And then I worked in a call center industry, in places like Chandigarh. There I used to work for an American call center. So we worked over there. And after coming to Canada, I worked in Bell Mobility for almost 4 to 5 years. I made a lot of good friends over there, and I get to know about Canada.
कल सड़क पे चलते चलते कल सड़क पे चलते चलते मिल गई वो शाम ढलते नाम लिखा है फूल से जिसका मेरे दिल पर चांद जैसी लड़की है वो चांद भी मुमकिन है उसको चाहता होगा मेरी तरह अंदर अंदर कल सड़क पे चलते चलते हाँ कल सड़क पे चलते चलते मिल गई वो शाम ढलते